The midterm election political season has come to an end, and now it's time to celebrate for local candidates. And a gnarly crash caused a vehicle to nearly hit a house last night, and San Angelo's own Case Hardin is live in studio to perform his #1 hit. For all this and more, stay tuned. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But first, Alejandro's Kitchen and Tequila cooks up fresh corn tortillas served warm all day long. Go taste what's on the menu that is packed with unique surprises like a chori queso, that's chorizo with queso for an appetizer, or for the more traditionalist, the San Angelo plate. That includes an enchilada, tamale, and a freshly made taco. Every Friday is karaoke night from 8 until midnight. Alejandro's Kitchen and Tequila is open 11 to 10 weekdays and then 11 to midnight on Friday and Saturday over on the Tequila Strip, 4388 Sherwood Way between Southwest Boulevard and Sunset. That's Alejandro's Kitchen and Tequila, 4388 Sherwood Way, open every day for lunch and dinner. In local news, it's finally over. That midterm election season came to a close last night across the state of Texas and across the country. And if you're a Republican locally, congratulations, you won. Here locally, the biggest race was whether or not, or the biggest ballot initiative was whether or not the city of San Angelo would become a sanctuary city for the unborn. San Angeloans voted and chose to become a sanctuary city for the unborn, 56% to 44%. In statewide races in Tom Green County, the majority of Republicans received 75% of the vote on average. Those numbers would help boost Governor Greg Abbott over Beto O'Rourke for governor, Dan Patrick, the sitting lieutenant governor, over Mike Collier, and Ken Paxton retained his job over his opponent. For more election results, check out the article only on sanangelolive.com. And while election coverage was going on last night, while we were here in studio, police were busy working a crash. According to our reporters on the scene, around 7 o'clock last night, officers with the SAPD were called to the intersection of North Van Buren and Freeland Streets for the report of a major crash. It's unknown how many injuries occurred in the crash, but the vehicles experienced extensive damage. Reporters on the scene confirmed that was a T-bone crash, and one of the vehicles landed in the front yard near a house on the corner. Police did send out a nixle for that crash, and the road was closed there for at least an hour. And next week, we should see a change in the detour around College Hills Boulevard due to the ongoing construction at the Red Arroyo. According to information from the city of San Angelo today, beginning on Monday, November 14th, College Hills from Millbrook to Vista del Arroyo across the Red Arroyo will be closed to pedestrian traffic as well as vehicular traffic, and that's the big change. The extended closure will last about a week and will block access to College Hills from either side of the Red Arroyo Trail. Drivers have been experiencing a closure in that area for months now. According to the City of San Angelo's monthly street report, the area will be closed for the rest of the year. And in weather, the next 7 days, looks like we may get our first freeze of the fall season Saturday morning. Starting Friday, the highs will only be 53 degrees when a cold front blows through, and then a low of 32, around 32 degrees, early Saturday morning. Moving into the rest of the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, things won't be changing much. On those 2 days, there's another cold front that'll come through, but highs will be in the lower 60s to maybe 65 degrees, and lows will be in the lower 30s. And that weather will likely continue early into next week as well. We do have some rain chances late Thursday, about a 20% chance after midnight, and then a 30% chance of rain on Veterans Day on Friday. And that should make things interesting in Wall as the Miles Bulldogs and the Sterling City Eagles battle it out in the Texas High School football playoffs. For more on that matchup and others, here is James Bellini.
We've got a rematch this week out at Clayton Weissoon Field in Wall, Texas, as the Miles Bulldogs take on the Sterling City Eagles in their bi-district matchup. Back in week 2 of this season, the Eagles played the Bulldogs and were actually up at halftime, only to have the Miles Bulldogs come back in the second half and win it 40-21. Miles quarterback Haven Books had himself a very good season, going 139 for 223 for 2,151 yards, 35 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. Book, along with Tanner Wood and Devin Medina, all have over 300 yards rushing this season, and Dylan Garza and Dalton Fisher round out the rushing attack. The aerial attack is led by Carson and Cooper Ellison, who have 1,169 yards and 20 touchdowns combined. Medina, along with Jalen and Manuel Torres, get in on the action as well. Defensively, Miles has Holton Wilson and Jackson Matillo getting on seemingly every play. The Bulldogs have 19 sacks and 19 interceptions this season. The Eagles beat El Dorado for a chance to face the Bulldogs again. Head coach Trey Cisco said last week that this would be a good matchup either way to see how much better his team has gotten over this season. This is Sterling City's first year back as an 11-man team after after some very good successful seasons at the 6-man level. Quarterback Ty Turner and running backs Johnny Monreal and Tristan Himes are 3 guys to really keep your eyes on in this one. Cover 1 will be out there in a wall when the Bulldogs and Eagles try to advance to the next round, so tune in on Cover 1 on Friday for exclusive coaches interviews, score updates, highlights, and more at about 4, 8, and 10 o'clock, only on SanJoLive.com.
For more than 25 years, Carpetech has been serving our customers and communities with floor care and emergency restoration services. I'm Cade Simmons. Thank you for welcoming Carpetech and my family to the Concho Valley. We look forward to serving you.
Welcome to the show. We have a very special guest here. It is a hometown hero making his way around Texas, doing all kinds of country tours. It's Mr. Case Hardin in studio. Case, how's it going?
It's going great, and I can't thank you enough for having me on.
Absolutely. So we're here to talk about you're in San Angelo because you're going to be playing a hometown, I think it's a homegrown festival right here at City Limits. Kind of talk about that. What have you been doing the last couple of weeks, and what led you here?
Absolutely. So, and I can't thank the people of San Angelo enough for having me back in my hometown. It's so awesome, especially for a homegrown music fest out there at City Limits here in San Angelo. So I'm glad to be a part of it Friday night. And we've just been touring, going around Texas and the surrounding states and really promoting those radio singles. And thanks to our sponsors, Boot Barn, Sug Switch, and we're able to get out there and just keep doing what we do, making country music and trying the best we can to be everywhere at once. There
you go. You've had a couple of, I guess more than a couple, but you've had a few number one hits that have gone on the radio. Talk about some of those. Of course, you can name them, but talk about what it means to be on the top of those hits, because those aren't people just in San Angelo. You may have started here and got a following here, but now you're reaching people across the state of Texas. What does that kind of mean, and what are some of those songs?
Well, I tell you, we had our first debut single off of the new record, which is Lucky Him, and we released that back in August. But the first single was a song called Alcohol Abuse, and it was our first number 1 on Texas country radio. And it was a blast to see it go up to the top. I'd never seen that before. And so we had some singles come out, but they always stuck, around the top 5, but never number 1. So being able to get out there and really push those singles and have 3 consecutive number 1s off of this record, going for a 4th, but it's an awesome feeling.
So what are some of those, what are those 3 songs that you've had hit the number 1?
So we've had Alcohol Abuse, When You Roll That Way, Honky Tonk Highway, and now hopefully we're going for Most Beautiful Place I've Ever Been.
And where is the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Oh, I tell you, it's home. It's right here in San Angelo.
All right, there you go. Hey, that's a pretty easy answer there. So we had Case here. We had him do a live recording here in studio. And so what song are you going to be playing? And let's just talk about that a little bit before we hear it.
Sure. One of my favorites on the record. It's a song called When You Roll That Way. It was a huge song for us, and it was one of the quickest rising songs onto the Texas country charts. And it's just I really like sad, sappy love songs, and just as much as I like those old heartbreak songs and that make country music what it is. So a song like When You Roll That Way, being the number 1 song that it was for as long as it was, it's just one of my favorite songs.
What is the song about? Did you write the song? If you did write it, what kind of inspired the song?
I have a friend named Bernie Nelson who's written quite a few Nashville number 1s, which is great. And it's always great to have a friend like that. But had him give me some songs, pitch some songs to us, and my producer and I went into the studio, and Bernie Nelson wrote the song. It's about a girl, that she's always around there with you, but she works real hard, and you don't know if she's always going to be there, but you always got to make time for each other, and it's just a great love song. And so to have a song like that from Bernie Nelson, it made our record that much better.
All right, well, now we will kick it to you, and we will hear that song. So here is Case Hardin's single right here.
My name is Case Hardin. This is our #1 single, When You Roll That Way. Baby, I know you work real hard, 40 hours a week. You come home and clean the house. Don't know how you find the time for me. When I get that come on love, you know it drives me insane. I see that crazy side of you, you know just what to do. Love me when you roll that way. When you let your hair fall down and you put your cares aside, you come on unwound. Girl, I can't deny, I'm so glad you're mine. We go out on Friday nights, you put on that little dress. It shows the way that God made you. Now it ain't fair, I must confess, because all the other guys were wishing they were in my place. You put on your little show, wink at them before we go. Love you when you roll that way. When you let your hair fall down and you put your cares aside, you come on unwound. Girl, I can't deny, I'm so glad you're mine. And when we turn out the lights, you tell me it's getting late. Just when I think that you're too tired, you find a way to light that fire. Love you when you roll that way. It's almost more than I can stand. I know I'm a lucky man. Love me when you roll that way.
Man, Case, I mean, just killing it out there. I mean, this is just really good country music. This is true country music. This isn't some kind of pop country.
That's
what
I try for.
Yeah, this is legit, like something that maybe our parents or grandparents would listen to. Something that's kind of slow and really just pull at your heart and bring out a real true country values.
Absolutely, and I'm a product of the '90s, so you got to throw in some of that 1990s country flair in there, and that's what I tried to do on the whole record, Lucky Him. We tried to put some songs in there that I know I would like to listen to, because if I don't want to listen to it, I doubt there's very many people out there that would. So
there you go. There's not a lot of pop beats and there's you're not going to rap on an album or anything like that.
Now we've had the idea across our minds, we just hadn't put it on paper yet.
There you go. All right, Case, go ahead and pitch it one more time. When are you going to be in San Angelo? What is this the festival going to kick off? Where's it at? And just go ahead and plug your event.
Absolutely. So we'll be at City Limits for Homegrown Fest this Friday. We'll start with some other guys around here, some of our buddies in San Angelo, but we'll start later that night at around 11:15. And we'll be playing out there for about 90 minutes. So y'all come on out and hang out with us. I think tickets are available online. And be glad to see everybody.
You can also find our tickets on our event page. That's sanangelolive.com/events. Case, we always enjoy having you here because not only do you bring us some good music, but you bring us some good times.
That's what I tried to. Beers in the truck.
There you go. Hey, I'm in. Guys, this has been Case Hardin. Go see him at City Limits this Friday starting at 11 o'clock. There's going to be plenty of other bands there, including like 12 Mile, Drawing a Blank, a bunch of local bands to just support local talent. Big deal.
Absolutely.
So, there's when you started with your local talent, how important is it for some of these these bars to get these local guys and to actually give them a place where they can sing?
Huge. I remember starting out my senior year of high school. It was tough. No one wanted to give that 18-year-old.
Well, yeah,
kid a
you
chance.
can't even get into Blaines. I mean, where are you
telling
playing
that's
at?
what I tried to get in there, and I really didn't tell him how old I was until I turned 21 and said, "Hey, I don't
By the
know
way."
if you know." Yeah.
Right.
But being able to play in San Angelo at these clubs and then turn festivals like Wild West Fest or Homegrown Fest,
Yeah.
it's a huge deal, and I'm glad to be a part of it all.
All right, guys, one more time, go see Case Hardin this Friday night at City Limits. It's over there on South Bryant. It'll be on about 11:15. Tickets are for sale right now. Case, thanks for coming on. You're welcome back anytime.
I sure appreciate it.
And
Thank
I
you.
think next time you'll be here, maybe for ASU Ram Jam or maybe a little rodeo action. So
Oh, absolutely. We got some plans
Yeah.
in the works for maybe a ASU Ram Jam tailgate, and
Maybe.
Always that old San Angelo rodeo.
Yeah, of course. So we'll probably catch you about that time. This has been Case Hardin. I'm Matt Trammell. We will go back to the guys in the studio. When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Cano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Cano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
And that's our show for today. Be sure and download the San Angelo Live app on your phone. That's the quickest way to get news, weather, and all kinds of information, sports as well. And don't forget to find us on all the social media, including TikTok now. So look for San Angelo Live on social media. And until next time, I'm Yantis Green.